So we might as well keep it up. Good afternoon and welcome to RockTruth Cafe Live. I am your host, but I am not the chef, Selena K, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth to absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before our very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inerrant, and the final authority for all. Rock Truth is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things to come through eternity. Rock Truth Radio is a cross-cultural response to the economic climate and social crises of today. Rock Truth is designed to serve the physical need of fallen men while serving the spiritual need he didn't know he had that impacts, affects, and infects generationally. Rock Truth Radio seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local and international kings and queens of character, his character might I add, while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. It is indeed a kingdom renaissance. Welcome, Doc. What's going on, boo? Hey. Where you at? Where you at? What? How was your day, boo?
You gotta feel when you get in the kitchen and you get ready to cook something, you gotta feel good. All is going into the food that you're cooking and coming back to your body. So make sure you put energy in the food that you're cooking. That's
yes.
And positive and full of love. Like you know how it had Big Mama food taste good because she cook it with love.
Come on now.
It makes all the difference.
Absolutely. I gotta move this out the way.
It's important, to get comfortable, in your kitchen area because that's where you're preparing the nourishment for your body. So,
Come on, sis.
If you're not comfortable yet, we're gonna get you there.
Do me a favor. Check your volume and see if you can come turn it up a little bit more. I'm gonna start sharing.
Okay. It's probably because like I said, I'm not using my headphones today because that was actually what was causing the echo. So I'll talk to y'all. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull out for just a sec so I can share.
Yeah, I muted my iPad, so
I see
you can only hear me on my phone.
Okay.
But yeah. So today we are doing treats and dips.
Yes.
So today we're getting our spiced oatmeal cookie on. So it's gonna be something nice, quick, healthy.
Yes.
This has a little bit of extra fiber. So this recipe is also a recipe that you can kind of tweak and add whatever little extra somethings that you want in it. So my extras are the dark chocolate chips and the dried cranberries, but you can add pretty much anything to it that you want. So it's not just your standard raisin oatmeal cookie. You can put dried strawberries in it, dried coconut. Get fancy with it. Like it's basically like taking the granola bar.
I did that.
So instead of having the dates and everything, we are going to sweeten it with honey. You can sweeten it with regular sugar if you want to. You can use sweeteners like stevia, Splenda, things like that. So whatever you want to sweeten your cookies with, you can use that. I'm doing honey with mine because for the most part, the stuff that I add to it is already kind of sweet. So the sugar isn't super necessary for me. And plus, I'm used to not eating a lot of added sugar. But the main thing about this is getting comfortable with making your own because like I said, not only are you putting, your own love and, all that in it, but you know what's in the cookies. When you go and buy stuff from the store, you're not 100% sure what's in that cookie, even though it could be an oatmeal cookie. You don't know if they use real oats. They'll tell you in the ingredients what kind of oats that they use, but how many times y'all reading the ingredients? When y'all going to get y'all cookies and y'all treats and stuff, hey, who reading the ingredients? Right. So,
Right.
so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I got
my question. Now, where are we starting today? Where are we starting? Can we start with the guac first? Because I got.
we can.
Okay, yeah, I got to play a game of catch up, but I know how to. I really need to watch you with these cookies. And
okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yes, I'm doing a 2-part special here. I'm over here cooking this chicken for my sis. She had some chicken and potatoes that I had cooked up. Yes, we're gonna serve these bad boys in the cafe, please. Yes. So I'm like, we're gonna catch up while I'm getting all this ready. But yes, let's do this guac.
So the good thing about guacamole is it's super easy to make. And once again, it's another one of those things that's kind of easy to personalize. You can add your own, little spin and flair to it. For the most part, guacamole is avocado with lime juice and salt.
Right.
That's guacamole. So, so if you want to add other things to it, like you can add some crushed almonds or pecans, because avocado already kind of has like a nutty flavor to it. So you want your avocado to kind of have, you see how that green layer, that's how you know it's soft. The outside is going to be black or really dark. You don't want a green avocado because that's not a ripe one. It's going to, a green one is going to be hard, and it's not really going to taste good once you cut it open and mash it down and all of that. Another way you can check your avocado is well, I already knocked the stem off of this one, but there's usually like a little stem left over in there. So you would just knock the stem out, and if it's like a yellowish color or greenish color, then that means you have one that's not going bad. But if it's a dark color under there, leave that avocado where it's at, because it's probably already going bad unless you're planning on using it that day. Usually I buy my avocado green. So this is a very non-ripe avocado. It's green. I'm not sure if you can see that, but compared to this one, so you see this is the ripe one. Well, the non-ripe one is very green on the outside, and this is the ripe one. And all I would do is I just sit it out. I just leave it sitting out on the table, and to keep them from ripening on you, just put it in the refrigerator, because they're from a warm climate, so they ripen much slower when they're in cold temperatures. So that's why I keep those in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use them. And then you just pop the little seed out. She'll be cycling through because she's been practicing her work.
Hey, bud.
And so you just get you a bowl. So this is what I'm planning on.
Hi, bud. Shout out to RockTruth Nation. They are in the building right now. Miss Michelle, I saw Tyron, Shantae Frank out there. We got Christina Davis out there. Shout out to you. That Christina is the one who has her son has Caleb's Bakery, and he's the one that's going to join us one Valentine's Day. I got to reach out to her to see if she's available.
Yes, the weekend before.
To have him cook for us. If you're listening, text me, message me. Are you guys available for Valentine's Day? Because we switched our dessert.
The day before, it'd be the Saturday.
Yeah, the day before, which is the Saturday. And we would love to have you and Caleb on. But yes, that's her. That's Christina. So we'll be cooking with them hopefully soon. Shout out. Who else is out here? Miss Michelle. Did I say Miss Michelle? Who else? Yes. Hi.
I want to shout out my soror and my friend from high school, Tiffany. She She actually, I think she had to work, so she can't watch the live, but she definitely said she'll be catching the recording for the treat. She's been popping up on the different posts and everything. She's been getting started on her health journey with us, and she's been doing really well. And
Yeah,
I want to
shout out to you,
congratulate her
sis.
on finishing this past challenge with us, our 21-day detox. And she's been, posting her snacks and her meals and all of that. And
Yes,
she
which
wants
is
to,
so important.
expand her repertoire. So she's gonna pop in on a couple of shows. Make sure when you do, you comment. Let us know what you think. If you make it, post it
Please,
to the group.
because we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Cause I'm no professional chef by any means. Like I mess up stuff too. Sometimes it come out looking crazy. I'll eat it if it still
Right.
tastes good. Like trust me, it may not look good, but it definitely ends up still tasting good. So as long as it tastes
Okay.
good to me, I don't really care. And, but some people have more discerning taste buds, and they're not really just going for all of that. So they got to have it turn out particular, like how my daughter is with her little preferences. If it don't taste the way she wanted to taste, she not eating. and, and then
I got
so I
cilantro.
made this.
What you have? What's that?
So these are my pickles. So
Okay. Okay.
instead of cutting open a lime, because like I said, like the lime is really just for like the acidity. It adds a little bit of kick
Yeah.
to your guacamole. Instead
Okay.
of doing that, because I think I only have a lemon. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this pickle juice to it because it's seasoned. It's a little spicy. It's got a little something going on. So all I did was just add. It's probably about like a cup of balsamic vinegar and then like a cup and a half of water. And I just
Okay.
sliced up some cucumbers, put it in there. It's got this pickling spice and
Okay. I saw that
two
today.
smashed garlic cloves. So it smells amazing too. And it keeps for about 2 weeks or so,
Yes.
and it's ready within the hour. So once you make your pickles, like you can put it in a jar, and you can really eat them within, after about an hour of it sitting. And the longer it sits, the more they pickle. So that's a nice little thing. So you see, all I did was just add a little bit of that to there, mix it in. I got some beets over here. I'll probably end up adding those in
You
once
gonna
they're
add it
kind of
to
ready.
that?
Yes, ma'am. Because
Oh
like
my
I said,
God. You and that beat life.
super nutritious, but they
I'm gonna
taste
start calling
exactly
you
like
Beach
dirt.
Street.
Oh yeah, they taste exactly like dirt. So anything I can add them to, I try and find something to add it to hide that
Right.
flavor. And I did it one time with the guacamole, and it was delicious. I had red
Oh wow.
guacamole because of the beets, but it was so nutritious and very delicious. I didn't even notice that they were that the beets were in there.
Yeah. So I have cilantro. I'm gonna add some onion, lemon and lime to mine.
Because let me see, I could. So with the beets, I just use like this little personal blender and blend them down.
Okay.
These are frozen because I had these beets a nice little minute. I can't even remember when I actually went and bought these beets.
I
but
never like beets. I don't even. Mm-mm. It's like beets go with like prunes for me. I don't. What are we
yeah, but
doing?
they're just as nutritious, if not more. So don't get caught up in the flavor and the texture and stuff, because you could be leaving a whole lot of nutrition on the table like that.
Well, definitely I can't get caught up in the taste because you told me it tastes like dirt. So how can I get caught
Well,
up?
I mean, hey, I'm just being honest. I don't want people to, pop up thinking it's gonna be one thing and it's something else, and then looking at me crazy like I bamboozled them. Like, no, 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 I was honest.
Okay. All right. So you've been blending it up.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm
you
just
got
gonna
your
add
little
a
blender.
little bit. Huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I don't have to add no liquid to it. And then once I get it blended, I'm gonna just fold it in. So
Let
if
me
you
get
do
my
have
onion.
one of these little blenders, this is the type of blender head you want. You want the flat one with the blades, because that'll blend it down into a nice paste. It's
Girl.
gonna get a little loud, y'all.
Yeah, I like mine's a little bit more chunkier. So I kind of like just smash it up with the spoon.
Yeah, well, I'm doing this because of the beet. So I blend the beet part down into a like into a nice, like completely mixed in paste, and then I fold it into the mashed avocado, and then that way it's
Okay.
still chunky, but I still got my
Okay.
beet mix in there. And I don't have to worry
Gotcha.
about
Gotcha.
it
Please.
tasting dirty, literally dirty.
Woo, this onion is giving off onion vibes. I mean, girl, blended. Oh yes, we are blending, blending together. God, I love that movie. That Adam Sandler movie, Blended.
Yeah.
With Terry Crews. Yes, we are blended, blended together. I love that. Yes, who else we got? Hi, Miss Sharon Johnson. If you're still watching, hi. We see Miss Gina Gatson out there. Hey, Miss Gina. Girl, we ain't doing nothing, just cooking up, whipping up a little few things. Few lawfully healthy things, sis. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Michelle and them think I'm playing. I know you out there, Michelle. Y'all gonna cook that ramen on here. Girl, that ramen looks so good. And for real, that was on the menu. If you looked at the menu that we submitted for the cafe,
Yeah.
on there, yeah. I want that ramen and then
And ramen is another thing that's super easy to make.
is it? We gotta add that on. As a matter of fact, I just said Michelle, I'm coming on here cooking ramen whenever you're ready, sis.
Yeah. Because the really the most probably unhealthy thing about the store bought ramen is the seasoning is really high in sodium. So that's really because for the most part it doesn't have a whole lot of nutritional value, but it's not detrimental to your health for real, but it's super high in sodium. So if you already have high blood pressure and things like that, you could experience more complications and issues from snacking or eating the ramen, the store bought ramen, because of the
Uh,
way they season it. But if you're making your own, like I said, you know what's going in it. So you see, I got my two here, and one is very red because of the beets, and then you just swirl it together. And so now it's gonna be chunky from the guacamole I didn't blend with the beets or the avocado. And then this is it. Like this is
yeah,
how
real
you
quick.
get
I love
your
it.
dirty beets in your
Rock is my favorite.
avocado without it making without making it taste like dirt. So this actually tastes so
Oh,
amazing. And I usually just have like these blue corn chips. You can get them from like everywhere. So I got
uh-huh.
these from Aldi.
Oh,
These are
that
not
was good.
yeah,
I used to have this
what is
one
these?
here. I can't find it no more.
So the serving
It was
size for
real
this is
good.
like
It was
9
like
chips, and you get
multi
like
grain.
140 calories. These actually have 2 grams of protein in them and 2 grams of fiber per serving. So for 9 chips, you get that. It's very low in sodium. It's only 80 milligrams of sodium per serving for those chips. So that's why people opt for the blue chips because of that. But the blue chips really they're just made from purple potatoes.
Okay. Well,
So this is
Tyron, give me 2 seconds. I forgot my tomato, and I'm adding it in.
oh yeah. So if you want to add other stuff to it, like how Mary's doing with the tomatoes, you can do cherry
Yeah.
tomatoes. You can do regular size tomatoes, dice them up, throw them in there. You can do pimentos. Um, I like to add sometimes like to make. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the salt. So you don't have to put too much salt because it's a dip. So you'll end up with too salty of dip. So I just did like a couple of turns. I don't know if you can see how much salt that was, but it was like barely a teaspoon because I like the little sea salt shaker because for some reason like that salt is like very salty and it goes a pretty long way for me.
So
So
the sea
just
salt is better.
no, it's like it's readily available now. Like the shelves was packed full of it, so it was super easy to find. But I just like it because I can use it in like a whole bunch of different ways. It's really good for marinating meat and stuff like that. And like I said, it's salty and the granules are larger than like table salt. Table salt tends to be finer. So
Yeah,
that's like the
I
major
agree.
difference. But yeah, that's
All right, guys. So let
mm, mm,
me
mm,
show
mm.
you mine. I had to add a little salt to it. But
Yep,
oh,
and it's delicious. Like you can't taste the dirt
girl,
in the
hold on, because I gotta
meat.
get my chip. I gotta get my chip. Hold on, Ty. All right. So let me pull this back up. Okay. And I'm gonna take a picture real quick too, so we don't lose it. And I'll post it.
And
Okay.
avocado is a wonderful source of healthy fat. So
Here's mine, guys.
yes,
Yes, because I like mine a little chunkier and like just I love the color of this. Like you said, I have I guess a ripe one and not so much as ripe. And yeah, so I added lime and lemon and a little salt and the tomato and the cilantro to mash. So let me give me a tip. Hold it.
what about the Lord special?
Hold it.
What Lord special?
Yeah.
Who is that? Asking about the Lord special.
Oh, and onion. I got onion inside.
Oh yeah. You can add onion too. Like that's the best thing about like dip. Like I said,
Yeah, this is
making it
good.
at home.
It's good, child.
Absolutely, and it's a perfect quick little snack. Like
Yes.
you can scoop out a couple of tablespoons at a time, and that will be your serving size for your guacamole. And then you want to stick to like whatever chip or thing you're using to dip the dip. Stick to the serving size for that, and you're good to go. It's also great with vegetables. You can use celery, carrots.
Yes.
You can do zucchini chips. So just slice zucchini and then dip it in the dip, and boom,
There
zucchini
you
chips.
go. All right,
So
sis. I am packing this away and getting ready for what's next.
cookies. And so, like I was saying, like these oatmeal cookies are essentially a cookie form of the granola bar. So you get all of the health benefits that you would get from your granola bars. You get the fiber, the lasting energy. So fiber actually is like a slow release source of energy. So you tend to have feel more energetic longer because your body doesn't break it down as fast as it does sugar. So the sugars that are in these cookies will obviously give you immediate energy, and then the fiber that's in them will give you lasting energy. And because of the fiber, it actually can lower your blood sugar because it's like I said, it's a slow release into your bloodstream, so it won't spike your blood sugar. And if you're diabetic, that's very useful to not have your blood sugar spike. I don't know what I did with that twist tie for my blender, but oh well, I'll find it later. Blender goes back. Okay, and now we got the bowl. So I only have two separate bowls here. I'm going to mix the dries together first because I'm adding baking powder, and if you don't mix the baking powder in, it'll taste nasty.
So
So
the
you
bigger
don't
bowl,
want to
I'm
mix
gonna use the
actual
bigger
baking
bowl
powder.
for like what we're doing everything in, and then the other bowl should have the other stuff that we're kind of pouring into it.
Yeah, so we'll be mixing in the big bowl because you'll need the space. But
Okay.
all the dries will just go in this little bowl here first, so we can, like I said, mix them together, and then you can add it slowly to your liquid mix. So You'll be needing one large egg.
One large egg. Oh, let me grab my egg.
And she's back.
And we need to. I said I was gonna try. Let me see if it's a cookie recipe in my thing, and I may do it in the air fryer. Hold on. I got
Yeah.
croissants.
I'm about to pull mine up. My screen on my other one is probably gonna go away because I want to make sure I'm telling y'all the same thing that I that I said in the recipe, so
See
that
that?
we can make it together. Because like that's the thing. Like me, I'm so used to just doing stuff that I end up, kind of doing stuff on the fly. So I don't know why I closed that out. So yeah, and that's the thing. Like when you get comfortable with cooking and how you cook and all of that, it makes it easier to make recipes your own. Like I'll just look up something, just kind of like for inspiration or to make sure that I'm getting the right elements together so that a cookie is a cookie is a cookie type situation. So if it's not if it's not going to cook up right, I just want to make sure that I have the right recipe when I'm doing that. Where's this not? Here, I just open it there. And so, like I said, the adding your own little tidbits and things in, like your dried cranberries or dried strawberry raisins. You can use what do they call them? The yellow raisins. Those are pretty tasty. They tend to have a slightly sweeter taste to them, at least to me. And
Yeah, I like when you were talking about the granola. Let me come back. When you were talking about the granola, like I had some of that a mix left that I was gonna make some granola bars of, but then my daughter then ate up all the granola out of it for the most part, and left a little bit of stuff. So I'm gonna use that cranberry granola mix to actually add to the cookies today.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, like, and that's another thing you can do for like, if you're using leftover stuff. If you have like homemade granola that you have, you can add it to these cookies and it'll turn out, the same. It'll turn
Right.
out, fine. So the whole waste not want not situation. So I'm going to start adding my dries to this bowl here. So we're gonna have. I'm not gonna add the oats until after I've already added all the powders and mixed them together. Then I'm gonna add the oats. So we're gonna do a half a cup of if you're using all-purpose flour, or if you want a healthier choice, you can do wheat flour. I'm actually gonna end up doing like, because I think this cup in here, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
cup in my flour bowl is a half a cup. So I want to do half the all-purpose flour, and then I have like this little fiber rich powder. I don't know if you can see that. It's really brown in there. Let me pull it out because it's kind of dark under there. So that's my little fiber rich powder, and it's like a meal. You can get it from like any grocery store in the bacon aisle. You got this in the bacon aisle, right, Mom? Yeah. And it just adds extra fiber to whatever it is you're making. So,
Okay. Okay.
and then I have this spoon because when you're measuring flour is a very fine powder and it packs differently. So you don't want to pack the scooper, otherwise you'll end up with way more flour than you thought you had. So you want to
Okay.
get you a separate spoon and spoon it into your measuring cup. That way you're not overpacking the flour and ending up with more flour than what you intended. So I'm gonna do about a half a cup of this because this is my all-purpose flour. So if you're using all-purpose flour, you don't necessarily need the baking powder. But if you're using the wheat flour, you more than likely will, which is why I have the measurement for the baking powder on there. And I'll have to use baking powder because I'm using this fiber rich powder because it's not uh it's not pre-mixed for baking, but you can add it to your baked stuff. So now I'm just adding that on top of my measurement for my half cup of dry, basically.
Okay. Let the game catch up, and I'll be there.
Okay, and then that's all we need with that. Out the way.
Okay, and then it's oil. How much was the?
The baking powder. So I got my little baking powder.
Right. Honey is up. We already used this. Where we at?
And the thing with baking powder, you don't need a lot. Like, very, very small amount goes a long way. The key, and like I said, the key with that is mixing it in properly because it has a very terrible taste. If you come across an unmixed in, spoonful or little, crumble of baking powder, so it's very important to not skip the pre-mix with the dries when you're using baking powder. Learned that lesson the hard way. I was making cornbread and I came across some unmixed baking powder in there, and oh my. Oh my. So we're just gonna mix this together. And then also in this bowl, with the other dries, if you're using granulated sugar or brown sugar or however you're sweetening your cookies, you will want to add, if it's a dry sweetener, add it to your dries. At this point, I'm using honey. So I'll be adding that when I mix all my wet ingredients together.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, can I unmute myself? Okay. So hold on. Ooh, this is loud. I wonder like. Well,
And now at this point, now that I have all my dries mixed, now I'm gonna add my cup of oatmeal.
okay, I'm adding in. I already did the chocolate chip nut, and I need to add in the flour. How much flour was it, sis? Am I missing something?
A half a cup.
Half. So, okay, half cup, and get all this in there. And then a cup of the instant oats. That is still cut. All right, I'm almost caught up, Doc.
Oh, you're good. I gotta melt my butter now. So basically instead of butter, the other alternative would be they have like a vegan butter that's made from like coconut oil and water and stuff like that. Like I don't think it's necessary to get vegan butter, like you can just get coconut oil. So I feel like you're gonna get butter. Make sure it's butter and not margarine. I tell people don't use margarine for anything other than greasing a squeaky door hinge because it's terrible, like terrible for your arteries, for your body. Like there's like no reason that you should be using margarine in your food and ingesting it. But like if you're gonna get butter, and it's gonna say ingredients: cream, and if you get salted butter, salt. Those are the only ingredients that should
okay.
ever be in butter. If it says anything else, it should say it on the front. Like we have olive oil butter, so they'll add in some olive oil to the butter, and then the ingredients say cream, olive oil, and salt.
Girl, this little wet mix smell good.
The what? The wet mix,
The
yeah.
wet
Oh, I
mix,
haven't
yeah.
even put the spices in it yet. So trust me, it's gonna get better. It's gonna
Yeah,
get
let me see where
even
we at.
better on the smell.
Now, if you
So
said if we use the all-purpose flour, we don't necessarily need the baking powder.
yeah, you don't need the baking powder if you're just using all-purpose flour. I had to add the baking powder because of the fiber mix I added. And if you're
Okay.
using wheat flour, unless it says it's all-purpose wheat flour, there's no baking powder in it. Like so, the all-purpose flour already has all the stuff that'll make it rise.
Okay, so I need to add this cardamom. Let's talk about cardamom because cardamom cost me about $10 in the store. So tell me why
Good.
is
Good.
cardamom
It's worth
so
it, and it lasts forever because you're not going to use it in everything. Like I got this last year. And the only reason
girl?
why so much of it is gone because I put it in a lot of stuff. Like I put it in my water. I put it in like my cook. I was making a bunch of cookies last year, my oatmeal raisin cookies and stuff. And I put it in my eggnog. Like I said, like cardamom is, and it has such a highly spicy, like distinct taste. You only need like a dash, like literally, and it changes the whole flavor of everything. So I got my melted butter here. And then I have
Oh
my egg.
wait.
Okay. So we're just gonna start adding our spices to our dry. So a little dash
Okay,
of
so I think
cardamom.
I may have added too much cinnamon.
Ain't no such thing. You just gonna
Thank
have some
you.
spicy cookies.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'm just like, okay, let me get cardamom. I didn't know I was supposed to have them mixed together and then it's a
Well, that's just like a guesstimate because, like I said, usually I don't really measure this stuff. I have to give a measurement amounts for people that don't normally cook it, So that's why those are on there. But like, really, it's a kind of a season to your taste situation. And so I have my little cinnamon sticks here, and I just use a grater to grate the cinnamon down.
grind. Now what's that, girl?
Yeah, I use the sticks because I can put it in my tea and my water and stuff, and it not really way like it flavors it without having cinnamon flakes everywhere.
Okay, so now I just need to add the dry to the wet ingredients.
Oh, and then because like you'll have what is this? I know I got some water in here somewhere. Raisins. Did I make the water out?
All right.
Oh, well, it looks like I did. So I
Huh?
have to because it's not a lot of water because you don't want your mix to be too wet. Otherwise, you'll have like really flat cookies. Like you'll basically have
Okay.
cookie chips. So for the most part, the liquid was the honey. In my case, so I'm gonna have a third a cup of honey. So instead of honey, if you use sugar, you would need a third a cup of water. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then I'm gonna put my egg in the bowl. You can beat it first. You don't have to. I'm
Okay.
probably not because it's not that
I
deep.
was almost like the granola.
Huh?
It's almost looking like the granola.
Yeah. Essentially, the only difference is the baking situation. So you don't have flour in your granola bars because you're not baking them. So
Right.
that's the biggest difference. Oh, and preheat your oven. I have mine on
Yeah, I got mine
375,
on there.
400. Yeah, mine's been on. I'm
Yeah,
sweating
mine
like
too.
crazy right now.
Because I was gonna try to use the oven fryer, but I didn't see a recipe in the thing, and I don't have time to look up one. I know people been creating recipes. So
Right.
Sure went out there, but we're not gonna do that today. And plus, I got my potatoes in there. This chicken, oh my God, this chicken is over here looking amazing.
Yeah, I saw the pictures you posted.
Yes, this
So
chicken, I love my air fryer. I cannot stress enough. Like, if you don't have an air fryer, like for real, you sleep. Cause, hey, wake up, go get an air fryer today.
I'm gonna have
You
to
get the 7 ounce, 5 and the 7 ounce same price. They crazy. Okay. All right, let me put some of this up because I get kind of claustrophobic when my kitchen ain't looking like I need it.
Yeah, I just set, at least set stuff in the sink so I can
cannot
right through it.
Me, I cannot. No ma'am. All right, let's put all these seasonings up. Carla Mama gone up. On no Tuesdays. That was the biggest that other
Yeah, right.
Girl, I'm like, Carla Mama didn't push me back, girl. Matter of fact, no, not 10. It was 11 extract. I'm like, y'all is. But they had it at Walmart. But of course, I wasn't that way. I chose to go extract. Ugh. Okay. Girl, even that period.
Okay, so these are all of my liquid. Oh, okay, and so now I got these extracts. Now, if you have your extract, you're gonna add it to your liquid bowl. So I have vanilla extract, anise extract, and lemon extract. So you can flavor your cookies with the extract.
Let me add. Okay, no, you didn't say I could add lemon. I'm gonna add lemon.
Yeah. So I like the lemon because it does have like it's like a surprise flavor. Like I don't know how it does it, but it's not overpowering like how you would think of like lemonade and stuff. If you use a very small dash, it has a nice little hint on the back end of it. So
okay,
for the most part, I usually limit the extracts to a teaspoon or less. So the anise is so aromatic, and I ended up accidentally adding too much of it to my granola bars before because I thought it was vanilla extract, and I was like, oh no, that was anise. So I have some very aromatic granola bars right now, but they're delicious though.
Girl, this lemon popping off up in here, girl.
Yeah, and you see even the way it smells like changes like how you gonna feel about these cookies.
Girl, because I got cardamom and that cinnamon and that nutmeg up in this thing.
Yep. That's why I call them oatmeal cookies, because the spices are definitely gonna get it popping. So this is my liquid mixture. This has my honey, my egg, my butter. Like I said, if you didn't use a liquid sweetener, you're gonna have to add at least a third of a cup of water. You don't want too much water because you don't want, like I said, you don't want your dough to be runny. So now we add in the dries. Okay. And then you fold everything in. And so, see, mine is still a little bit too loose because of the egg and the honey. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more oats to mine. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do about another half a cup. And like I said, like you gotta kind of go with the flow and like feel, get a feel for how you want your stuff to turn out. Like I said, it is dough, so you want it to be thick. you don't want it to be loose and liquid. That honey really soaks everything up.
Yeah, I end up like I started getting like the honey from like the fresh honey that people make from the farmers that be in the store. That honey be so good.
It does. Like for me, if it doesn't have like the honey, like a piece of the honeycomb in it, and I'm actually gonna add like a little bit more flour to this because this is my first time making these cookies with honey as the sweetener. Because usually I have brown sugar, but I stopped buying it when I found out that brown sugar is just white sugar mixed with molasses. So it kind of, I'm like, well, I can't, like, why am I paying y'all to, for
This
sugar
looks
that I
so
can make
good.
at home?
Girl, this looks so good. This gonna be like a girl granola cookie.
Essentially, yeah.
Granola cookie.
And so now,
who is that? I know this Tyron talking about some big might never measure nothing. Tyron.
You want to add in whatever toppings. So if you're doing your chocolate chips, add your chocolate chips in now.
Yeah, I got all
your dried fruit. And like I said, the measurements I put on on the recipe is for other people. For me, I seriously just eyeball stuff, and it's like it turned out how it turned out. Usually, it turns out tasting good. It might look a little crazy sometimes, but I don't judge a cookie by its cover. So everything's all mixed in. These are kind of dark because, like I said, I use like a little extra fiber type flour. If you use a wheat flour, it's going to be darker as well. Otherwise, if you use all-purpose flour, they're gonna have a lighter look to them. Let's see. How do I do it that spoon? Here we go. So now I'm just gonna spoon my oatmeal cookie conglomeration onto the pan.
We're ready to put them on the cookie tray.
Yep.
Now, do you have to have foil or what?
I mean, you can. It's not a requirement because I mean it's a sheet. It's a cookie sheet. It just depends on how much cleaning you're trying to do.
I mean, my tray say it's non-stick, but you won't have it say.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never really cooked on it like that, and so let's just throw some foil down.
Yeah, my pan is well weathered and used, so I'm not that particular about how I'm doing this.
Okay, so the foil is down, and we don't put no oil or nothing down, right?
No.
Okay.
That's the butter in the cookies should keep it from sticking to the foil.
Okay. All right, so let me use this to kind of make. Are you rolling these balls up, or what you doing?
No, because mine is very juicy from the honey, so it's really sticky. But if you didn't, like I said, if you use dry sugar, yours is gonna be less.
No, I use honey.
Oh, well then, yeah. No, I'm just spooning it onto the pan.
Okay. I stay away from that sugar. I love honey. Honey is like working, like with everything.
Well, honey has a ton of like health benefits. So I try and substitute it in as often as possible. It is expensive, but I mean, how much is your health worth?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying when I was in the store. Like when I saw that cardamom, and I'm like, oh, cardamom, she about to be at this store. And I'm like, how much is your health, sis? Like, could have went and got some, but we need it, so stop tripping. I promise you, cardamom, we're gonna be at that store.
I'm excited for these cookies. And we have just enough time by the time the show is coming to a close. They should be like just done because they don't take long. Maybe like between 10 and 15 minutes, depending.
Okay.
So I'm about to pop mine in. That
Go ahead.
batter is so good though. It tastes so sweet. Like it's so crazy how sweet it tastes.
I can smell them.
How sweet it is to make oatmeal cookies.
Yes.
Yeah.
The homemade oatmeal cookies, not oatmeal cookies they already did. That's like cookie dough.
Absolutely.
Like real cookies.
But it's super easy. Really, the only reason why it took me so long is because I was walking y'all through it. But like this is like a quick 20-minute prep, 20-minute cook time, like something real quick and easy. The time it takes for you to make your own cookies is probably about the same amount of time it would take you to go to the store and buy some store-bought cookies.
Right.
Like I said, full of high fructose corn syrup and
yep. All that jazz.
That's the main thing you want to stay away from is that high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, stop killing yourself. Stop killing yourself. Take the time out and cook.
My bad. I was trying to close my iPad out because it's about to die.
Go ahead.
Popped back up on the stream. You already had that echo.
You good? You are good. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and get back.
Yeah. So I can in the meantime while we're getting our cookies cooked. So here I'll even show y'all how mine look in the oven. Like look at that.
Where I'm still trying.
You can add nuts to it. You can add sunflower seeds. Like I said, essentially these are like baked granola bars. Like get fancy with it.
That's what they look like to me. Baked granola bars. I'm trying to keep them together. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, you tasted your batter too, huh?
And I thought, remember I said it was gonna be too much cinnamon. You was like, nah, never enough. You right to.
Okay. Because I showed like, and I'll finish and I'll be like, I should have put more cinnamon in.
Girl, let me show you my chicken and potatoes.
Oh.
Girl.
And it's so simple. Like you just season it and throw it in the air fryer.
Throw that thing in there. And the same with the potatoes. Like the little method I picked up was like blanching them first and then like cutting them and throwing them in there, and they really work. And then, girl, boom, we have to make these.
Oh, beignets.
Yes. And it's real. You already just got them in the box. So I was thinking about like, I don't know, like they may turn into waffles.
I'm telling you, but that's people will travel all the way across the country, go to New Orleans for some beignets.
I know I did, child. I couldn't wait to get that. Yes, and the hotel we was in, they had a little the coffee shop was out of it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm on healthline.com. So like I said, like the finding the health facts are super easy. I just usually just Google something online. My go-to sources are healthline.com, webmd.com, because they source the National Institute of Health, which is a government organization. So I usually go to directly to their website for a lot of like my health facts, to make sure that I'm giving y'all, good information. But it tends to be pretty sciencey. So if you want something that's more consumer friendly, I would say healthline.com, webmd.com. They try to avoid using like real sciencey terms, but their source information is credible. And so quick facts about oats. Oats are incredibly nutritious, which is why oatmeal is like the go-to breakfast. Instant oats are cool. I would say try and avoid the flavored instant oats because they tend to have like the added sugars and stuff like that. You can always just add your own fruit or yogurt or something to, like, if you are using instant oats, you can add your own flavoring and stuff to it, and you can actually come out cheaper that way. So with a half a cup of dry oats, it contains 191% of the recommended daily intake of manganese, 41% for phosphorus, Now those are magnesium 34%, 24% for copper, 20% iron. Now I'm anemic, so I
Yeah, me
had to
too.
like really make sure that I was getting iron in my diet, because those the iron supplements were they're really hard on my system. And I'm not sure about everybody else, but I know for me the iron supplements are super hard on my system. I wasn't really processing it well, and you can kind of tell from how it comes out. So um so I just started looking for more foods that contain iron. I look to get my iron from a natural source as opposed to taking a supplement. Um, Zinc has 20% of zinc, 11% folate. Now, especially for new moms out there, breastfeeding moms, folate is super important, especially for your own energy. Now, I
Okay.
was I was beat. I was beat, and she was a cluster feeder, so I was always tired. And so, getting a nice outside source of because your body doesn't make folate, you obviously have to eat it. So getting oats in daily is a great way to add folate to your diet. Thiamine, which is vitamin B1, it has 39% of that, 10% of vitamin B5, and smaller amounts of calcium, potassium, vitamin B6, vitamin B3. So you see it has a very wide range of essential vitamins and minerals. And a lot of these are very important for your immune system, and the strength of your immune system. So you want to get at least one serving of oats in the day. So whether it's a oat or a whole grain bread, oatmeal, these cookies, granola bars, like you have so many. Yes, they're great for the heart. Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's another thing. Like the heart disease rates and stuff are like crazy, and you'll be surprised at who has those issues. Like I said, I lost a friend a couple of years back to a heart attack. Like no one would have guessed
Wow.
that he had any type of heart issues. He posted he had some pains in his chest and back, and everybody was telling him go to the doctor, go to the doctor, go to the doctor, and he ended
Mhm.
up dying from a heart attack at work
What?
the next day. Yes, he was like 33, young guy. He wasn't big. He didn't have like I said, looking at him, you wouldn't think he had that type of issue going on with him. But if your diet isn't there, if it's not supporting your health, it doesn't matter what you look like.
Right.
You
Well,
can still be unhealthy. Like there's a lot of malnourished
mhm.
people walking around and don't even know it. So it's a good thing to get a nice wide range of vegetables in your diet. Absolutely get your oats in. Fruits are a very healthy source of sugar. So if you're
Okay.
feeling, tired or slumped through the day, eat some fruit. It's a great way to
True.
get a jump start to your
Yep.
energy. Citrus
That's
fruits
true.
tend to help with digestion. So if you're having digestion issues, get you some citrus, ginger, turmeric tends to be
Ginger,
an
my bestie.
anti-inflammatory,
Mhm.
all of that. So I'm gonna check on my cookie. Oh,
Yeah.
the cookies!
We almost done. They almost done. We almost done. They
We're
almost done.
almost
How
done.
many
Let's
minutes?
do.
How many minutes?
Just a few, because I
It's
put
supposed to be
mine
on
in at
15 minutes.
46, so we're at about 12 minutes. So mine are baked up nicely.
Mm-mm.
I'm actually gonna turn. I'm gonna turn my oven off. It doesn't need to continue to cook, but I'm gonna take them out so that they can cool. Because I think, yeah, it's been
So it
like
was 15
30 minutes.
minutes. Okay. Now it's been in like 7 minutes right now. Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to Miss Nicole. I finally got my oh girl. Hold on, we can wait. Girl, show me them. Woo! Woo! Yes. Girl, them look good.
Yeah, they got a cool though, but yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yes. Shout out to Miss Nicole, girl. My stuff finally came. And I got these the conviction over your appetite shirts for
Yeah.
yes, for the holistic jerk crew. So they came in, y'all. I've been meeting Carl in just a second. Shout out to Carl. He is like the best personal trainer, group trainer ever in Gary, Indiana. I love Carl Weatherspoon. You are dope. So yep, I'll be delivering these. Thank you. And then she gave me like a complimentary hoodie. Oh, I can't even take. Let me see. My head big. Let me see. I gotta go off. I don't want nobody to see this. Let me take this thingy down. Okay. Yeah, she gave me this complimentary hoodie, and I love it. I love the feel of it. It's light.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
yes. So this is so dope. Thank you so much, Miss Nicole. Thank you for real. Like she is the dopest, y'all. Y'all need some stuff done. Y'all need to hit her up. And she fast and efficient. Like for real. So yes,
I added the dried cranberries to mine because, like I said, cranberries have so many health benefits, especially like to do with digestion, and your kidney health, your blood health, like all of that stuff. So, yes, your blood health is important because guess what? Transport everything through your body.
What?
Your blood. So so you want to make sure that is able to do its job, and when your body is making those blood cells, like because I believe in adults we're making it from what is that, our bone marrow. So it's super important to get in those essential vitamins and minerals, because every time your body is clearing out cells, it's making new cells from the stuff that you're eating. So and it's important to keep all of your cells healthy, especially your blood cells, because that's how your body gets oxygenated. So if your blood cells are struggling, guess what they're not doing? They're not carrying as much oxygen to your organs as you need, and that causes a whole nother host of other issues. So it's important to think of your body as a whole system. Like you don't take your car out without putting gas in it. You're not just going to drive it forever without getting the oil change. Like, that's what detoxing does. Detoxing is like changing your oil. I just finished a detox. That's how I was able to like lose like 2 inches off my waist, because I cleansed all of that sludge, the toxins, and all that stuff, and also jump started my my kidney and my liver, because those are very important organs for cleansing toxins from your body. So your kidneys take the urea out of your blood, which there's a whole nother thing. So which is why people who have kidney issues, they have to get on dialysis, because if that urea isn't cleared from your blood, then you get things like gout. What else? It's like all kinds of what's the phenylketonuria is basically where PKU is it's a disease, and that's where you have higher concentrations of urea in your blood. And so your kidney is like your body filtration system, and your liver cleans toxins and everything out of your blood. Your spleen actually takes old blood cells out of your bloodstream and breaks it down, and that's basically why your poop is the color that it is, because of the old blood cells that your spleen has broken down into it's this thing called bilirubin, and that's basically what makes your blood red or a brownish color. So it gets real technical, but that was like one of my favorite subjects in school was
I can tell.
Oh, yeah, so I was like, oh, that's why they do that, and it does what else? Okay. So that's why it's so important to get a wide range of foods into your diet, because your body has a wide range of things going on with it. Like you're not just gonna eat one thing for the whole rest of your life and think you're gonna get everything from it. Like, I mean, there's certain things like that, but your body still is gonna need other things. So with that being said, let me see. My cookies.
Let me look at my cookies.
Pulled off. Let me get a spatula to scoop it.
Let me see them good.
Mine are like super gooey. This is kind of fell apart.
Oh. Let me show you mine. Hold on. I'm gonna have to dip the camera down for a second.
Yeah, I'm not doing that special. I'm just scraping it off the.
Oh, look at these. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and they smell delicious.
The spices.
They smell. Oh, girl, yes. Girl, these smell so good, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Y'all not gonna believe it. This smells so good.
It's full of fiber. So this is basically like fiber and a delicious little, mine are still kind of warm, so they're still falling apart, but that's
Yeah, I'm
my
gonna let
cookie.
these sit for a second.
let me get me a little bit of milk to rinse this down, because this gonna be too good. I gotta properly do a proper taste test.
Okay, here go one. Ooh, look at this. Yes, let me get it in there. That look at this, like it's a granola. It's like a granola cookie, like.
Yeah.
And
They're
mean
so soft.
the smell, guys. This is so good. Like it smells freaking amazing.
These are so soft. Like,
ooh, okay.
I don't think I ever had an oatmeal cookie this soft. And that's so good. Especially with some milk.
I gotta take some to my granny. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Yes. Who was that? Like, yes, I don't know who that is. Listen to me. Out here. Hold on. Warm.
Now, mind you, these have no added sugar. This is honey. That's
this
honey. These cookies, and they taste
amazing. They're good, y'all.
The spices, and like I said, I put dark chocolate chips in it, and like dark chocolate.
Oh,
I'm gonna read it up for y'all, so I can give y'all the exact benefit of dark chocolate. And I was like contemplating the other day, because I love me some hot cocoa. So you just warm you up some milk and get you some dark chocolate chips, and you can melt the chips down and just mix it in, or you can get you some cocoa powder. Look at look at her. No, you're gonna be fighting the kids over the cookies. Who ate all the cookies?
I'm sorry.
And it's the thing, you don't even have to be mad about like them eating the cookies because they're healthy for them. You just mad that you can't get none right when you want it.
Listen to this cookie. These cookies, y'all. Somebody said, "What kind of milk you drinking, Doc?" These are some righteous cookies.
I drink whole cow milk.
She said that.
I know people be sad. Are you still eating dairy? Like, yeah, I drink whole cow milk, and I also don't smoke cigarettes, and I don't jaywalk, and I don't rob bank. Like, so I don't know. Like, people look at you like you're a criminal because, like you ain't got to drink milk. Like, that's why they have so many different varieties of stuff. There's something for everybody. Me personally, I'm not lactose intolerant. I've been drinking cow milk my entire life. I've never had any adverse effects to it. And actually, when I got pregnant, I was drinking it like crazy. Like that's probably like the number one reason why I wasn't really trying to eat like a whole lot of crazy stuff, because it's super nutrient dense. We brought this up on the show last night. It's very nutrient dense, which is usually why they say drinking cow milk isn't good for you, because it's meant to grow a whole calf. So yes, it's extremely nutrient dense. So that's why it's very high in protein. It's very high in a lot of other nutrients that we actually do need. And if your body is made, like, is set up to break it down, it's a very good addition to your diet for bone health, for all of that stuff. But if you're not used to drinking it, there's a bunch of other milk out there. Like, it's not a requirement. Like, what you do for you works for you. What I do for me, I know works for me. So I'm gonna keep doing me, and you keep doing you.
That's it. I'm gonna keep doing these cookies.
Yeah, because
I'm talking about that.
Like the store-bought wet ain't got nothing on food. I'm about to catch the ice. She said, Queen, you about to catch the IOL from these cookies. Well, no, and that's the thing. No, not from these cookies, because guess what? Fiber is very high and it's very good for your energy levels. If you put fruits in it, your dried fruit, it's a great source of immediate energy. The honey is a great source of immediate energy. So it's actually an energy boost. It's a healthy snack. It'll boost your energy. It's something that you can have like in between, after lunch or after breakfast. Both of them. But yeah, it's a great snack. You don't have to worry about getting slumped after. And it's it has so many health benefits. Like I said, I added the dark chocolate because the dark chocolate has, what is this? For 100-gram bar of dark chocolate, which is with 70 to 85% cocoa. Mine here, I'll tell you exactly how much cocoa is in this one.
Okay. But yeah, I use the regular chocolate, but that's because we had the granola, and I told you.
Yeah.
But I definitely want.
I want to. Your preference is.
Yeah, I want to do the dark chocolate. Just going forward, like I want to do that, and I want to make our own chocolate, but like our own Hershey with almond. Like like my favorite
powder. Because the only thing with dark chocolate is just it's not processed, so they haven't already added. Because for this one, when you get the chips and not the powder, they have to add other stuff to it to make the cocoa into chips. So they usually use cocoa butter, some type of soy something. They'll flavor it a little bit with vanilla, and for the most part, it's not, it's not, the dark chocolate has fewer stuff in it, and there's usually no sugars, like no added sugars. And I would say that's probably like the biggest health benefit with the dark chocolate chips. Like you get the cocoa powder, that's probably like the rawest form that you'll find the cocoa in, or the dark chocolate in. So I just got these. Where did I get these from? I think I ended up, because I was looking for some at Aldi, but all of them had added sugar. So I went to a different grocery store, and I was able to find these. This is Russell Stover. They have a whole bunch of different brands. I don't really particularly care about the brand because, dark chocolate is dark chocolate. Right. And this is actually sugar-free, saying it was made with stevia extract, but they're not. These aren't sweet at all, at least not to me. And the serving size, like it tells you on here, is 1 tablespoon. I have about 2 tablespoons worth of these in between all my cookies. So it's only 60 calories. Not a lot, not a great source of not a big source of calories, especially once they're spread over a couple of different cookies. So that's why it's better to find the bitter or the unsweetened, because it'll have fewer calories. So you can add more. But it's a great source of a lot of those metals that are good for blood production and your immune system. So the iron, magnesium, copper, manganese. It also has plenty of potassium, which my cousin is actually she's now I'm sorry because y'all eating, but diarrhea is a very nutrient draining symptom to have. So if you do have diarrhea, make sure you're getting your fluids. And make sure you're eating a wide variety of things, especially that have high potassium, because she found out her potassium is low. Diarrhea will drain your body of potassium, which is not great, because potassium is a precursor for vitamin D, which is important for a lot of stuff. Your mood. If you have low vitamin D, you can end up with symptoms of depression. It's good for your skin, for your brain function. Like vitamin D is super important. I believe your bone health. So vitamin D helps with calcium absorption and things like that. So you absolutely want to stay on top of your potassium intake, especially if you have a symptom like diarrhea. And dark chocolate, great source for that. Potassium, bananas obviously high in potassium, but there are lots of green leafies because she doesn't like bananas. So I sent her a list. There's plenty of green leafies that are super high in potassium. The cruciferous vegetables tend to have potassium, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and things like that. Kale, very nutrient dense. You can get a ton of different vitamins from kale alone. And dark chocolate, heart health as well. Blood flow. Oh yeah. So the blood flow and lower blood pressure. Like I said, like I named those minerals before, the manganese, the potassium, copper, iron, all of that stuff is great for your, like I said, your blood health. Like I know they don't call it blood health, but that's what I'm calling it. And it just tastes good. Like you can add your own, everything to it. So
have you ever been a part of a show, watching a show? Because that's what's happening right now. I am eating lunch.
Yeah, eating.
I'm a part of the show, watching the show.
But these cookies are so delicious, and like I said, this is my first time making them with honey. I usually use brown sugar, so they tend to have a slightly different taste and texture. I actually prefer this. Like they're super, very fluffy. I don't even know how you end up making fluffy oatmeal cookies, but we managed it.
Man, good.
I just ran into a dark chocolate morsel, and it tastes delicious. Like usually dark chocolate it tastes like kind of bitter, but it tastes really good in this mix of oats and cranberry and spices, and it's like it's so invigorating. Like, and if you, like I said, if you want a spicier cookie, you can add more spices. You can put some fresh ginger in it. Just kind of grate some a ginger piece into your mix. And you can, up the spice factor. Spices are really good for your blood circulation and mineral uptake. So experiment with your spices and herbs and stuff. And that's basically what I did. Like, they call them the salt and pepper cooks, where they just use salt and pepper to season everything. Like, that's fine and all, but there's so many health benefits and stuff that you just season your food with. Like, rosemary is great for a lot of stuff, like, and it tastes really good too. Basil, parsley, and parsley is usually just used as a garnish, but it actually has a ton of health benefits as well. And it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it, so you don't have to worry about changing the flavor of what you're cooking, but you can still benefit from using it in your food.
Right. I'm gonna post these cookies as soon as we get off. I'm putting them in.
I'm saying, like, these are so good. Like,
they are. What's this? Any final remarks? I mean, we're a little over time, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like this is, especially for people that say like, oh, I don't have time. Well, when you have time, trust me, the benefits of making your own stuff will extend beyond whatever stress that you put yourself under for squeezing this into your schedule, into your time, into your day. Your body is going to thank you. Your taste buds are going to thank you. Your family is going to thank you.
Now, I just want to add to that. Oh, yeah, foot was here for a second, but I want to add to that too. Like your taste buds, your taste buds are even new. Like, I would recommend you fasting before you change over a lifestyle, because you're going to think that there's no difference. And once you kind of get what I call the world up out of you, and you kind of clean and clear from the inside, now you can taste stuff again. Like, my favorite apple is Honeycrisp. And when I tell you, like, the taste of an apple, when she wasn't playing, like, when you feel like you don't have the energy, you eat fruit. And the Honeycrisp apple was so good, and it was refreshing, and it had a whole new taste. Like, the sugar, it's like, even in the apple, it's kind of like, you're like, oh my God, this is a little bit too much. Your taste change, and you don't crave food, and you don't crave so much of, all of that. So I'm a witness to the lifestyle change. Everybody will thank you. Your children will even thank you. Like, you don't think that they wouldn't get involved in it, but they would. Like, just tell them the benefits of everything. Y'all go ahead. Let me see Foot. Foot tell the truth. Is it Foot? Is it Foot? She gone. She out of here. She gone. Look at her. I know it's good. She gone. Foot out. Foot out. That's what it was. Okay. She was like, Foot out.
Before I changed my mind and took it back. No.
Yes. So yeah, if we have nothing else, y'all, next week, what are we cooking next week, Doc?
Ooh. So next week, to kick off Black History Month, it's the month of love, all the good love feelings, everybody, all ready and hip for Valentine's Day, for all the chocolate and all that. we are going to do chicken and waffles.
Yes.
You know, a classic soul food recipe. However, we're going to do it with a healthy twist. So we're not going to use like traditional, batter for the waffles. We're going to be using the Herbalife bake mix. I actually have some
Which
here.
I did not get, because I did not tell her. I told her how my life was set up. That's okay. I'll be ready for next time. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I'll be doing
waffles or something. We're going to do a retake at the end of the month or something. Because I have to
the caramel.
No.
And then the bake mix. So the bake mix actually has protein and a host of vitamins in it. So it has some calcium, iron, and potassium. The bake mix, and then once you mix it with the Formula One, which has the full gamut of vitamins, you have a full and complete meal with just the waffles. So I'm actually gonna try the bake mix out and making the batter for the chicken as well, because the bake mix is not flavored. So you don't have to worry about it changing the flavor of your non-sweet foods. So I'm gonna make the batter for the chicken with the bake mix, and I'm gonna also make my waffle batter with the bake mix and add in the Formula One. So you can do one waffle and a couple of pieces of chicken. So you're watching your portion sizes. You're getting biscuits and gravy. You're getting your full range of vitamins, your essentials, and it's gonna taste amazing. And also as a bonus, because it's not listed in the recipe, I'm gonna show y'all how I make my little fruit sauce to go on my waffles instead of using syrup, because this is standard syrup. Like, I don't know when was the last time I actually used the syrup, but this is Aunt Jemima, standard. And it says contains no butter, but it says butter rich. Like, that should be clearly that should be causing us to be like, huh? Like, how is it gonna be butter rich with no butter? So the first ingredient is and the next ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. So both of those are added sugars. They're really not good for you at all. High fructose corn syrup is actually, it metabolizes in like a weird way in your body. So like kids who have a diet that's high in fructose corn syrup actually have been diagnosed with fatty liver disease, which is the same disease that alcoholics get. So obviously your kid isn't walking around drinking down bottles of vodka all day. But if you give them these high fructose corn syrup sweetened snacks all the time, you essentially, that's what you're doing. And it's very bad for kids because their blood production is still slightly dependent on their livers. So if their liver isn't healthy, guess what's also not healthy? Their blood. So you definitely, want to avoid those things, especially in foods for your kids. So getting that syrup out of your diet is key to, maintaining healthy blood sugar levels, because high fructose corn syrup spikes your blood sugar very quickly and a lot. And then it also creates a feedback loop that makes you crave more of the foods that contain more of the junk foods, more of the high carb foods, the high sugar foods, the salty, high sodium foods. The high fructose corn syrup will actually crave more of it. He said, "How you not gonna have the Herbalife queen?" So that's what I'm trying to help get us away from. So finding healthier alternatives, and especially in our soul food recipes, because you don't want to give up your soul foods. And I go out of my way to try and find ways to revamp it, make it healthy, and still taste as delicious as your original, unhealthy deep fried lard. Because I'm telling you, like them deep fried waffles, all the unhealthy butter and you fry them in some lard with them, and the chicken like fry that in some lard, double batter with the. That sounds amazing. I can understand how we got stuck in that unhealthy cycle. So moving away from that, get you an air fryer, get you a better type of batter flour, the less processed the better. Right. And we're gonna get cooking. So yeah.
Hello. Shoot. Well, all right, y'all. We are out of here. We hope that you made some cookies yourself. Everybody kind of like on with us. I hope y'all cook. And if not, if you make the recipe, please like post it in a group, like show us, and give us a taste test, like record yourself eating it and let us know how you like it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's probably a huge difference from all of the processed everything that we're used to giving our bodies. But like I said, even if it's a 3-day fast, like try to change up your taste buds because it is important that you eat with intent. I cannot like stress that. Thank you, Doc Ock. Like for real. Eat with intent. And for real, it is your conviction over your appetite. If you cannot master this gonna master you and everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, like going forward, you talk about perfect vision. Like they said 2020 ain't just perfect vision. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2021 is perfect vision for you because change. That's what repentance just means. It means to change your mind because you can't go eating garbage and thinking that that's all right in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? No, he got away in which. And so eat clean, eat healthy, eat lawfully, And so we out of here, y'all. Till next week. I can't wait. Month. I can't wait. Peace. Now I gotta get to the thing. Okay, here we go. Peace. RockTruth. Shout out Miss Tammy. Thank you, Miss Tammy. Love her.